Alright, good morning. We are going to be finishing off our chapter 2, doing the last section today. And I even debated doing a video on this one because it's pretty similar to our last couple. But we're going to go ahead and do it anyway, and I'll do my best to keep it short. We're going to continue converting units in the metric system, doing exactly the same thing that we did before. But this time, instead of just converting, we're going to need to compare. So we'll need to convert and then compare. I'll show you what I mean. So we are going to do our 2.22. Check, make sure you can see. Make sure your name is on it. We'll put the date. And we'll put that we have notes. And we're going to talk about comparing metric measurements. Alright, so we have been talking about converting units, and if I had something like 34 centimeters, and I wanted it to go to meters, we should know that 34 centimeters, if I'm taking it to meters, I would put centimeters on the bottom because I have to put it on the opposite side. I would put meters on the top, then I would look at my little chart, and I would be like, okay, meters and centimeters, 1 in 100. 1 meter is 100 centimeters, and then I would know to do 34 divided by 100. And I can do that on my calculator. And I know that that is 0.34 meters. Cool. Done. So that's how I can convert between units. And that's nice. If I'm going to my reference unit, I only need one parentheses. If I'm going away from my reference unit again, I'll need a second set. So that's kind of one of our little tricky things. Remember, if I'm doing, like say for example that I'm going to go to, I have 12 kilometers, and I want to go to centimeters. So just a quick refresher. I'm going to go 12 kilometers. I'm going to first take it to my reference. I'm going to take it to meters, and I need to put my kilometers on the bottom because I need it to cancel out. I should have canceled out my other one too. Forgot to do that, sorry. And I know that my relationship between meters and kilometers, 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. Now that I'm at meters, I need to go to centimeters. So my meters is on the top here. I'm going to put it on the bottom to cancel it out. And I'm going to put centimeters on the top. Looking again at my chart, 100 centimeters and 1 meter. 1 meter is 100 centimeters. And I just do the math then. Notice I am going to be multiplying because both are on the top. Up here I divided because it was on the bottom. Remember, I always multiply or divide depending on whether it's on the top or the bottom. Sometimes I multiply twice, sometimes I divide once, then I multiply, sometimes I multiply, then I divide. It all depends. I'm just going to grab my calculator app really quick. And let's do 12. Oops. 12 times 1,000 times 100 is 1,200,000. Centimeters. So, in short, quite a bit. Quite a bit of centimeters. It'll take me a while to count that. This problem, though, this set, we're going to be comparing things instead. So, for example, say we have two people. We have one person. We have Sarah and Laura. Sarah is running 500 meters, and Laura is running a 10K. Example 1. Sarah's running 5,000 meters, and Laura runs a 10K. 10K is another way to write 10 kilometers, by the way. Those are equivalent. Okay? Slide it up. Put it over here. Yeah? Okay, cool. All right. Now, so the question is, who runs farther? It's hard for me to visualize 5,000 meters and 10 kilometers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both of them down to the reference unit. And that's going to be our key for this. So our steps, always take them to reference unit. Or if I think I'm able to, I can take them to the same unit. So I can take to the reference unit or same unit, depending on what's easier and what I'm more comfortable with. This one, though, I know I have 5,000 meters, and that is already at my reference unit, so I'm good. But over here I have 10 kilometers, and let's take that to our reference unit real quick. So we're going to put kilometers on the bottom, meters on the top. Look at my little cheat sheet. It's not really a cheat sheet, it's more of like just an effective tool. 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer. 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer. 10 times 1,000 is 10,000. So our answer is that, well, Laura ran twice as far. So she ran farther. Got it? Just comparing units. I'm going to do 2 more examples. If you want to stick around for them, stick around. If you don't, go ahead and good luck. It's pretty much what we've been doing so far, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people don't stick around, which is fine. You won't hurt my feelings very much. Just a little bit. Okay, let's look at example 2. They're often going to show up on our questions like this: 743 kilometers with that little blank, and then 74,300,000 millimeters. So comparing kilometers and millimeters is going to be very difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them, let's see, I'm just going to take this one to kilometers, will be the easiest, I think. So if I put my 74,300,000 millimeters, man, I'm making all these mistakes. I'm going to put millimeters on the bottom, and I'm going to put meters on the top. Meters and millimeters, what is that one? 1,000 millimeters is 1 meter. 1,000 meters is 1,000 millimeters is 1 meter. Okay, now that I am at millimeters, or now that I'm at meters, I need to get to kilometers. So I have my meters on the top, meters on the bottom, kilometers here. My cheat sheet, kilometers, 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. And I'm going to take it out. So I have 74,300,000, and I'm going to divide by 1,000, and then divide by 1,000 again. I have to do it twice because both of these numbers are on the bottom. So if I clear out from my last one, 74,300,000, oops, there we go, 74,300,000 divided by 1,000 divided by 1,000 equals, nice. So this shows up as 74.3. 74.3. Oops, that was a terrible 7. So, which is bigger, 743 kilometers or 74.3 kilometers? Well, that's pretty obvious. It is the 743 kilometers. Nice, so that's how I can do it. Let's try one last one. Example 3. Excuse me. We're going to go with 45 centimeters compared to 500 millimeters. Alright, so I'm just going to take my millimeters and I'm going to put it up to centimeters because it doesn't make sense for me to bring both to meters. That's extra work. So 500 millimeters to centimeters. I'm going to take it to meters and then I'm going to take it back out first. So I'm going to put millimeters on the bottom, meters on the top. Okay, my comparison between my meters and millimeters meters and millimeters. 1,000 millimeters is 1 meter. Make sure you guys can still see. Okay. Nice. Cross off my millimeters. Now I'm at meters, so I need to get back to centimeters, though. Centimeters. 100 centimeters is 1 meter. Oh, I forgot to fill in. I'm going to put meters on the bottom, centimeters on the top. So, I already forgot. 100 centimeters is 1 meter. Cross off my meters. What do I get? So I have 500 divided by 1,000 times 100. Because if it's on the bottom, I divide, top, I multiply. Okay, let's do 500 divided by 1,000 times 100. 50. 50 centimeters. So this one right here is 50 centimeters. What's bigger, 45 centimeters or 50 centimeters? Well, that seems pretty obvious to me. I've got my answer, and pretty good. You will also need to do a couple of sorting. So it'll say order from the following from least to greatest. You're going to do the same thing that you did before, just you're going to have to convert a couple more things. All right? Good luck.